Ladies and gentlemen, I stand before you today to share a simple yet profound truth: your dreams, no matter how big or small, are only as powerful as the actions you take to bring them to life. In a world where we are constantly bombarded with distractions and excuses, the gap between wishing and doing is often where dreams go to die. It's not because we lack the potential, the intelligence, or even the resources. It's because we are stuck in a mindset where wishing feels safer than doing, where dreaming feels comfortable but taking action feels overwhelming. Today, let's break free from that trap. We all have wishes, those silent desires that reside deep within us. Maybe it's the wish to start a business, to write a book, to travel the world, to get healthier, or to simply live a more meaningful life. Whatever your wish may be, it begins as a spark, an idea. But an idea without action is like a seed left on a shelf. It has the potential to grow into a towering tree, but it will remain lifeless unless you plant it, water it, and nurture it. Wishing in itself is not a bad thing. It's the starting point. It's what gives you the vision of a life that's different from the one you have now. But wishing alone is not enough. The world doesn't reward dreamers, it rewards doers. The truth is, many of us spend too much time in the wishing phase because it feels safe. It's easier to say, I wish I could do this, than to take the first step toward doing it. Why? Because wishing doesn't require effort. It doesn't demand sacrifice. It doesn't expose you to the possibility of failure. But here's the thing: without taking action, your wishes will remain just that fleeting thoughts that never materialize. And the longer you stay in that phase, the more you risk looking back on your life with regret, asking yourself, what if I had tried? Taking action is scary, I won't deny that. The fear of failure, the fear of judgment, and even the fear of success can paralyze us. But let me remind you that fear is not the enemy. Inaction is. When you fail to take action, you rob yourself of the opportunity to grow, to learn, and to achieve. You rob yourself of the chance to experience the life you truly desire. The only way to conquer fear is by moving through it, one step at a time. Each small action chips away at the fear until it no longer has power over you. When you start doing, something incredible happens. You gain momentum. One small step leads to another, and before you know it, you've built a rhythm. Maybe you're thinking, but what if I make mistakes? Let me tell you, mistakes are not the opposite of success. They are part of the journey to success. Every successful person you admire has failed at some point. Steve Jobs, Oprah Winfrey, Elon Musk, they all stumbled. They all fell. But they didn't stop. They didn't let fear or failure define them. They took action, learned from their mistakes, and kept going. You can do the same. Action is transformative. It shifts your mindset from passive to active, from dreaming to achieving. When you start doing, you send a powerful message to yourself and the universe: I am serious about my goals. I am willing to put in the work. I am not afraid to try. And guess what? The universe responds. Opportunities that you never noticed before start appearing. People who can help you suddenly seem to be everywhere. Doors that seemed closed begin to open. But none of this happens until you take that first step. Let's also talk about accountability. One of the best ways to move from wishing to doing is to hold yourself accountable. Share your goals with someone you trust, a friend, a mentor, or a family member. Let them know what you're working toward and ask them to check in with you. Better yet, write down your goals and track your progress. There's something powerful about putting your intentions on paper. It turns your wishes into tangible commitments. And every time you check something off that list, you'll feel a sense of accomplishment that fuels your motivation to keep going. But remember, the journey is not always going to be smooth. There will be obstacles. There will be days when you feel like giving up. That's normal. What matters is how you respond to those moments. Will you let them stop you, or will you use them as stepping stones to grow stronger? Resilience is key. Every challenge you face is an opportunity to learn and improve. Embrace the setbacks as part of the process and don't let them deter you from your ultimate goal. As I wrap up, I want you to ask yourself one question: what is one thing I can do today to move closer to my goal? It doesn't have to be a big step. Maybe it's sending an email, researching an idea, or dedicating 30 minutes to your passion. Whatever it is, do it today. Don't let another day go by where your dreams remain wishes. Take that first step and then take another and another. Before you know it, you'll look back and realize how far you've come. The difference between those who succeed and those who don't is not talent, luck, or resources, it's action. Successful people don't just wish for a better life, they work for it. They take consistent, intentional steps toward their goals, even when it's hard. And so can you. The power to transform your life is in your hands. So stop wishing, start doing, and watch as your life changes in ways you never thought possible. Your dreams are waiting for you. It's time to make them a reality. The gap between wishing and doing is the space where dreams often remain unfulfilled. It's where the desire for a better life, a new opportunity, or a grand vision meets the hesitation and fear of taking action. Wishing is easy. It allows us to imagine what could be without requiring effort or risk. It feels safe, comforting even, because it stays within the realm of possibility without confronting the challenges of reality. However, without action, wishes remain just that, intangible and unaccomplished. This gap exists for several reasons. Fear is one of the biggest barriers. The fear of failure, rejection, or even success can paralyze us, making the idea of staying in the wishing phase seem more appealing. Another common reason is the misconception that we need perfect conditions to start. People often wait for the right time, the right resources, or the perfect plan, only to find that such moments rarely, if ever, arrive. In this way, the gap grows wider with each passing day of inaction. Bridging the gap requires courage and commitment. It starts with recognizing that no dream is realized without effort. The act of doing, even in small steps, transforms a wish into something tangible. Each action, no matter how minor, creates momentum, turning hesitation into progress. Importantly, doing teaches us more than wishing ever could. Through action, we gain experience, refine our goals, and learn from failures. The gap between wishing and doing is not permanent, it's a choice. By deciding to take that first step, to embrace the uncertainty and challenges ahead, you begin to close it. Your dreams don't need to remain in your imagination. They are waiting to be brought to life through your determination and action. Wishing feels safe because it exists in a realm free from risk or failure. When we wish for something, a new career, a healthier lifestyle, or the pursuit of a dream, it provides comfort and hope without the challenges that action demands. Wishing allows us to envision a better future while staying within the boundaries of our comfort zone. It doesn't require effort, sacrifice, or vulnerability, and as a result, it can feel like an ideal state. However, this safety is deceptive, as it keeps us stuck in a cycle of unfulfilled potential and unacted ambitions. On the other hand, taking action requires courage. It demands stepping into the unknown and confronting the possibility of failure, rejection, or disappointment. Action involves risk of not succeeding, of facing obstacles, and of exposing ourselves to judgment. Yet it is only through action that progress is made and wishes begin to transform into reality. The courage to act lies in accepting that success is not guaranteed, but understanding that growth and learning are inevitable outcomes of trying. The difference between wishing and acting is also one of mindset. Wishing keeps us focused on what could be, while action shifts our perspective to what we can do. It empowers us to take control, make choices, and move forward despite uncertainty. Courage is not the absence of fear, but the decision to act despite it. Ultimately, the safety of wishing is an illusion. It offers no real rewards or fulfillment. The courage to act, though challenging, holds the key to unlocking our potential and turning dreams into achievements. By choosing courage over comfort, we break free from stagnation and create a life that aligns with our deepest desires. Fear is one of the most significant barriers to action, often standing between us and the life we want to create. It's natural to feel fear when facing the unknown or stepping out of our comfort zones. Fear of failure, rejection, judgment, or even success can paralyze us, making inaction seem like the safer choice. While fear is a protective mechanism designed to keep us from harm, it often misfires in modern life, holding us back from opportunities rather than genuine threats. Fear creates self-doubt, whispering questions like, what if I fail, or what will others think? These thoughts can spiral, making the consequences of action feel far more daunting than they truly are. Instead of focusing on the possibilities that success could bring, fear keeps us fixated on worst-case scenarios. This fixation causes many to remain in the wishing phase, dreaming of change but never taking the steps necessary to achieve it. However, fear can also be a compass. It often points toward areas of growth and potential. When we face our fears, we challenge their hold on us and prove to ourselves that we are capable of more than we believe. Action, even in small steps, diminishes fear's power. Each time we act despite fear, we build confidence and resilience, learning that failure is not the end, but a stepping stone to success. The key to overcoming fear as a barrier is to acknowledge it without letting it dictate our choices. By reframing fear as a signal of opportunity rather than danger, we can use it to propel us forward. Taking that first step, however small, is an act of courage that sets the foundation for meaningful progress and transformation. Momentum is one of the most powerful forces for achieving your goals, and it begins with small, consistent steps. Often, the thought of tackling a big dream or overcoming a significant challenge can feel overwhelming. The scale of what we want to achieve may paralyze us into inaction, as we focus on how far we still have to go rather than on the steps we can take right now. However, the secret to creating momentum lies in starting small. When you take a single step, no matter how minor, it sets a process into motion. A small action like writing a single sentence, making one phone call, or dedicating just 5 minutes to a task has a compounding effect. It builds confidence, breaks inertia, and signals to your mind that progress is possible. That initial act of doing reinforces a sense of achievement, motivating you to take another step and then another. Momentum grows because success, no matter how small, is energizing. Each completed step creates a positive feedback loop, encouraging you to keep moving forward. Over time, these small actions accumulate into significant progress. What once felt daunting begins to feel manageable, and what was once impossible starts to look achievable.